Hello everyone, this is Payal Vaja. In this video, I am going to discuss advantages and disadvantages of parental products. First of all, what is parental products? Parental, that is made by two words, para and enteron. So what is para? Para means outside and enteron means intestine. So, parenteral preparation are preparations which are given other than oral routes. According to British Pharmacopoeia, what is parenteral preparation? Parenteral preparation are sterile preparation intended for administration by injection, infusion, or implantation into human or animal bodies. That means according to British Pharmacopoeia, parenteral preparation it is a sterile dosage form that are intended for administration by various routes like injection route, via infusion or via implantation, and it is administered into a body like a human body or a animal bodies. According to WHO, World Health Organization, what is parenteral preparation? Parenteral preparation are sterile, pyrogen-free liquid or a solid dosage form which containing one or more active ingredients and that are packed in a either single dose or multi-dose container. That means according to WHO, parenteral preparation it is a sterile and pyrogen-free liquid or a solid dosage form which contain one or more drug or API and that is packed in a single dose or multi-dose container. They are intended for administration by injection, infusion or implantation into the body. So parenteral preparation are administered via injection, infusion or implantation into a human body or animal bodies. Requirements of parenterals. Why parenterals is required? First one is rapid action. It provides a rapid action because they directly given into the blood circulation. Next one is oral route can't be used. In this case, we use parenteral preparation. Not effective except as a injection. Next one is many new drug substances. Biotechnological drugs can only be given by parenteral preparation. That means any new drug product, particularly biotechnological drug substances, that is only given by parenteral route. So parenteral route is required. Next one is new drugs require to maintain potency so that they are given by parenteral route. Some drugs maintain their potency by given through parenteral route. All products must be sterile. That is given by parenteral route. All products must be free from pyrogenic contamination. Injectable solutions must be free from visible particulate matter. So injections that is completely free from any contamination. Product should be isotonic in nature. All product must be stable and product must be compatible also. API, active pharmaceutical ingredients and other pharma excipient used must meet special purity and other standard for parenteral preparation. Specific and high quality packaging is also required for parenteral preparation because that is directly given into the blood circulation and its withdrawal is difficult. What is advantages of parenteral preparation? First advantage is It provides quick onset of action and site specific or targeted activity. Second one is that is suitable for drug which are not administered by oral route. So parenteral preparation are produce rapid onset of action because they directly given into the blood circulation. Next one is it is suitable for any drug that is not administered via oral routes. Next one is it is useful for unconscious or vomiting patient. So it is useful all that is also useful for unconscious patient. Duration of action can be prolonged by modifying formulation. So parenteral preparation of duration of action is also prolonged by modifying the formulation that is suitable for nutritive. Which type of nutritive? Like glucose and electrolytes. That is suitable for the drugs which are inactivated in GI fluid. So particularly that is useful for drugs that are inactivated in GI fluid. The intravenous route is the fastest method for delivering the systemic drug. So that is preferred administration in an emergency situation. Various routes are available. Among them, intravenous route is the fastest method for delivering systemic drug, so particularly that is preferred in any emergency situation. Next one is it can provide fluid, electrolytes, and nutrition. Patients who can't take food or have a serious problem with GI tract. So, via parenteral route, fluid, electrolytes, and nutrition provided to those patients who can't take food or have a serious problem with GI tract. It provides higher concentration of drugs to bloodstream or a tissue. Advantage, advantageous in a serious bacterial infection. Intravenous infusion, which provides a continuous amount of needed medication. Infusion rate can be adjusted, and next one is to provide more or less medication as the situation dictates. dictates. Last one or last advantage of parenteral preparation is drug action can be prolonged by modifying the formulation. So drug action is change or prolonged by modifying the formulation. What is the disadvantages of parenteral preparation? Traumatic injury from the insertion of needle. First one is pain is occur by needle insertion. That is the main disadvantages of parenteral preparation. Next one is traumatic injury. Which type of injury? By the insertion of needle. First one is potential for introducing toxic agents, any microbial contamination, or any pyrogens. So chances of traumatic injuries occur via insertion of needle. Next one is impossible to retrieve if adverse reaction occur injected directly into the body. That means impossible to withdraw or retrieve if adverse drug reaction is occur into the body. Next one is injections may cause pain at the site of injection. We were already discussed. Next one is only trained person is required for insertion of needle. So trained and skilled person is required for parenteral administration. Next one is which require strict control of sterility and non-pyrogenicity than other formulation. So Parenteral preparation is required. Strictly control of sterility and non-pyrogenicity is maintained. Then other formulation. Mistakes like if it is given by wrong route. Parenteral preparation is given by wrong route. That is difficult to control adverse drug reaction. Next one is it is difficult to save a patient if patient is overdose. And the last one is sensitivity or allergic reaction at the site of injection is occur in some cases. Route of administration. Various routes are available for parenteral administration. First one is subcutaneous route, or it is also called as hypodermis route. So in subcutaneous route or hypodermis route, that is injection is applied below the skin. Next one is intramuscular injection. Intramuscular injection, that is also called as IM route. Intramuscular route. So intramuscular route, that is applied inside the large muscles. Next one is IV route or intravenous injection, and it is applied inside the veins to the bloodstream. Next one is intra-articular injection. So it is particularly applied to inside of the arteries. Intracardiac injection, that is applied inside the heart veins or cardiac veins. Intrathecal injection. Intrathecal means spinal cord. So intrathecal injection is applied into the spinal cord. Next route is intracisternal injection. That means it is applied inside the one or two cervical nerves. Next one is intra-articular injection. That means that is applied inside the articular ends of joints and bones. And last one is intracerebral route, that is applied inside the cerebrum. That is the various routes available for parenteral administration. Last one is schematic diagram of skin. Skin contains the various layer like epidermis layer, dermis layer, subcutaneous layer. And another side, hair shaft is present. Below hair shaft, sweat pores is available. Sweat pores, then dermal papilla, pale muscles, oil glands, sweat glands, merocrine sweat glands, vein, artery, various parties available according to various skin layer, route of administration or various drug are easily administered via various routes. Drug is easily administered via various routes. Thank you.